What up, YouTube? This is Sneed from Sneed Mobile Tech with a video for you guys today on a new device that is leaking. There's some images online about it, and it's got some interesting complications towards some carriers. So the device is the Moto X4, the fourth edition of the Moto X that was originally launched in 2013. Annually, there have been models that have been released over the course of the last 4 years. There wasn't one released last year. The last one was in 2015, the Moto X Pure, the Moto X Style, depending on regionally where you're located. The reason I'm making this video on this device is because this would be the first phone not dubbed as a Nexus or a Google Pixel phone that will be fully compatible with Project Fi. For those of you that don't know Project Fi is an MVNO, Google MVNO of three carriers: US Cellular, Sprint, and T-Mobile. The way the SIM cards work is that they seamlessly transfer service based on whichever carrier provides the best service at that moment in time. So if you're in a region or an area where Sprint has a very strong network and the signal is strongest, your SIM card transfers over to Sprint. If the area has T-Mobile showing better stability and higher connectivity and faster speeds, it'll switch over to T-Mobile. So it's supposed to be a seamless exchange switching between providers. The pricing for Project Fi goes as follows. $20 a month gets you unlimited talk and text, and then you pay $10 a gig for high-speed data. If you don't use a full gig, you get a prorated deal. So say you use a half a gig, you pay $5 for that half a gig. Or if you use 2.5 gigs, you only pay for 2.5. You don't have to pay for the full 3 or the full 2, whatever, or excuse me, the full 3 if you only use 2.5. So it's kind of an interesting pricing option for people that maybe don't use a lot of gigs. If you use a lot of data, I highly recommend you look elsewhere than Project Fi, because at 10 gigs, $10 per gig, it's not a good rate. But for somebody on the low end, it definitely works. Also, if you're Wi-Fi heavy, this could definitely be an option. And what's kind of cool is this will actually operate your data usage as well as your phone calls through Wi-Fi when it's available, if that connection is more dependable. So it's a really nice, seamless way to keep you connected at a very efficient and clean way. So you're not disconnecting, you're not losing service and calls and things of that nature. Now here's what's important. The Moto phone, this Moto X4, is set to be the first phone that's not a Nexus or a Google Pixel that's fully compatible with this network. So let's take a look at some of the specs. Looks like it's going to be a mid-ranger. So not like a high-end phone, like in the $600 or $700 range. It's going to have a good modest processor, the Snapdragon 630, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage with the micro SD card slot, which is really important. I think this is a great feature to have on a phone. The battery size should be 3,000 milliamp hours. That should get even a heavy user through a full day of usage. The camera setup looks to be pretty complete. Dual cameras on the back, 12 megapixel and 8 megapixel on the back. A 16 megapixel front shooter. And then looks like it's going to be 5.2 inch display, full HD, 1080p panel. There's your design. It looks like a legitimate render because that's what the Moto Z line looks like. The top and bottom bezels look similar. The fingerprint scanner at the bottom, the Motorola dimple on the back, dual camera setup on the back, the sensors on the front, if you could see them. Looks like one of them could be a flash, not really sure. The other one the camera, but definitely looks like the design language that we've seen from the Moto Z and the Play line and things like that. It's gonna probably be dust and water resistant. Probably gonna have this phone somewhere in the range of $300 to $400, so that'll put it at a very affordable price. Similarly priced to the LG Nexus 5X from 2 years ago. So this will get people on Project Fi without having to spend $600, $700, and even $800 for a very expensive phone. Go ahead and shoot me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think of the design. Let me know what you think of potentially having this mid-ranger for Project Fi. Do you guys think this is going to bring them some customers they normally wouldn't have because of the expensive phones that they used to offer? I think this is going to help. It's going to get them some additional looks from consumers. Maybe you guys have some prior experience. You've tried Project Fi. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what your experiences were like, and we'll kind of take it from there in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.